I get the one. If I get it. Oh, Rising Tide hasn't come out yet. I'll get Echoes then. I shouldn't have done that, but... Also, I should pause that. Especially if I'm going to start streaming. Oh, thank you, Warframe, for updating. Fix that quick. There, I just bought the DLC live. One of them, anyway. Till the first one comes, or next one comes out. No life, I do not have Apex. Why? I don't know. Because I didn't download Apex. Okay. Onion Sword? Oh, because I got the DLC. I have the Onion Sword now. I guess. Okay. I hope it's not super overpowered. Yeah, I have Helldivers too.
People take notice of wealthy men. Shouldn't be too hard to track down Karen's collector.
The St. Drake's Fang is gone. The whole Mother Crystal gone.
Hello, big soulfish.
Calm yourself. We don't know for sure. It could have just been a tremor.
I'm supposed to find this man in town. Okay. I found him, I guess.
My reputation will be ruined. Ruined!
Calm yourself, Lord Ignac, I beg of you, before you do yourself a mischief.
Pardon the intrusion, but...
Out! Get out! I paid for these rooms so I wouldn't be disturbed. Leave me be!
Please, allow me to apologize. His lordship is going through a difficult time, and he's never been fond of guests arriving unannounced.
Radim! Get rid of the filthy oaf this instant!
Very good, Lord Ignac.
Yeah.
Would you mind stepping
Oh, my light
outside
on.
for a moment?
Although I know it's not gonna stay on.
I'm sorry if I've caused you any trouble.
That? Oh, no. That's just
There.
how his lordship is. Though the morning's events have left him somewhat fractious. He's been dispossessed of his luggage, you see. The thieves also made away with a considerable amount of coin. Coin the innkeeper will soon be keen to collect.
I don't suppose a certain blade was among the stolen items. A single-edged sword. It was purchased from a merchant friend of mine.
Ah, you know Lady Karen? Yes, I'm afraid it was.
Then I'll retrieve Lord Ignac's luggage. But I have one condition.
You have but to state it. You are welcome to anything that is within my power to grant.
I want an audience with Lord Ignac. A few minutes should be enough. Then I'll be on my way.
A condition I would be a fool to refuse. Of course, you shall have your audience.
I don't suppose you saw where the thieves went.
I did not, no. Though some discreet inquiries made on his lordship's behalf mean that I know where you might find them. and its bed. Every ill-gotten coin in Dalamil is said to pass through that disreputable corner of the Valcroy.
And that's where I'm heading.
I shall speak to Lord Ignac in your absence, and arrange for an audience upon your triumphant return.
That will be very kind of you.
Farewell, and best of luck.
Your voice reminds me of any Khajiit from Skyrim, but anyway. He just needs the Khajiit, like, lispy talk or whatever.
It seems the rumors were true. Drake's valley has been destroyed.
I think I need to go the other way.
Fly, Ambrosia.
Da-da-da.
We've got company! Come on, lads, let's tear the bastards head off!
There we go. The innkeeper.
This must be Ignac's luggage. Nothing seems to be damaged. All right. Let's get it back to Dalamil.
I hear I have you. What shall I call you, Michael?
Wyvern. Glad to make your acquaintance.
Oh, that's cool. He used his old name.
Name indeed. Well, Wyvern, redeem me it.
A few moments of...
You're a master. Oh, Karen, it was met and is you, they believe. No, each sword is a brute.
But how did they hone such an...
Why, they use a wet stone, but it is a mineral, quite, and that. Wyvern, it occurs to me that take this, the very stone of which and a fire.
Thank you.
Pardon the intrusion, my lordship.
I am locked in, I am one.
Are there many other...
Too many to count. And is a parent. Farewell, Wyvern. Redeem! We...
I think his lordship is rather taken with you, Master Wyvern.
He hasn't called himself by that name since we started the game. It's always been Sid or Clive.
To find such an interesting rival. Now, Let's see what Blackthorn makes of this whetstone, shall we?
I keep hitting the wrong button. Oh, the onion sword is bad. It's only 160. Okay, well I have it. I wonder if I can do stuff with it. Make it better. There we go. That's better grammar. It was bothering me. That's what the onion sword looks like? I don't hate it. It looks interesting, actually, compared to everything else. It looks like something out of, like, Final Fantasy X or something.
Sorry for the wait, but hopefully you'll agree it was worth it.
You learned something about that sword, then?
I did better than that.
A whetstone?
Yes. But not one you'll find anywhere in Valisthea.
What's he gonna give me?
No wonder I couldn't get the same finish on the grinding wheel. One hit and all done, eh? Might not be so bad if all you ever fought were duels. Good luck on the battlefield. Your second opponent will be your last, no matter how good you were.
Even so, is there some way it could be used to give the curse breakers an edge?
I think so, yeah. With this whetstone and the right kind of steel, I could probably even make a twin of the blade that rattled me. But there'd be no replacing this little rock once I worn it down to a sliver. I reckon I get a dozen swords from it, if that. Swords that the curse
Hey.
breakers wouldn't know how to wield properly, and that would see them through a single
How are you?
piece. Nah, no point trying to copy that thing. Be about as much use as a wax anvil. But finishing our blades with a whetstone this fine.
Tired?
Now that's something to consider. And
Fair.
what's finer than fallen masonry, eh? Or more hard wearing for that matter. Just imagine it. Good Valisthean steel with an edge as sharp as any found in the Outer Isles. I won't make a copy now. I'll make something much better.
I'm sure the curse breakers will be delighted. Just don't push yourself too hard.
Don't you worry about me, sunshine. I'll be working day and night since I was half your age, and I'll still be here when you're long gone. Hey, thanks, Clive. I mean it. I owe you one, August too. And it's good to know someone's looking out for me.
You'll be happy to hear you said that.
And I'll see that my debt to you's paid. First new blade I make's got your name on it. You come and find me when you've got the materials.
All right? I will.
Ooh, is that what I'm gonna unlock? Excalibur design draft, yeah?
What do you need? What do you want?
I would need a hide of something. Okay. Good to know. Grimalkin hide. Otherwise, I have everything else. Good to know I have something to look out for now. Okay. Let's go this way. Got a few quests to do this way.
Clive, we weren't expecting you.
I wasn't expecting to be here, but it seems we still owe you a considerable amount of coin for your help with our rebuilding efforts. And though I doubt it's what you were expecting, we were hoping you'd take this as payment.
A star ruby? I can't accept this. It's worth at least twice what you owe me. More if you can find yourself the right buyer.
Think of the difference as interest.
Interest? If word got out I charged that much, no one would ever borrow from me again. Anyway, why are you the one here asking me about this? I'd have expected Otto. Bit much sending the Lord Marquis out to settle your debts, isn't it? The old goat working himself to death again?
Something like that. Most days I think he's the only reason the hideaway's still standing.
Same as always, eh? Back when the place was nothing but a twinkle in the eye of a recently retired Lord Commander, word is he was the first one Sid reached out to. Probably knew that without his strong arm and level head, the idea would never get off the ground. Sid may have been the face of the hideaway, but Otto's always been the backbone. And when Sid passed away, we were all worried that would be the end of it. That Otto would just give up.
His death was hard on everyone. But it must have hit Otto hardest of all.
But he didn't give up, did he? Quite the opposite, in fact. If I recall, he was the one who nominated you as Sid's replacement, and rallied the rest around you. I reckon what he saw in Sid, he saw in you too. And don't we all? Doesn't hurt that you're half as stubborn and twice as handsome, neither. That, and you keep good company.
I suppose I do.
Okay. There's one little bit of side quest down here. This is the right way, right? If I go this way? No, the other way. Right? Yes.
Ready, go? Time to fight.
Wrong way.
Time to fight. Well, it's certainly quiet. If I
Oh,
were
that's why I'm
giant
here.
antelope, it would seem like just the place.
I'm getting the giant antelopes for Torgal. Okay. Ow, they really are. They're like level 33 enemies. When did I get 4 things? Oh, maybe because I upgraded. I didn't even realize. That antelope went flying.
Now, will it be enough, I wonder? I say that answers my question. Which means we owe the lawsman our thanks. You're just a big puppy, aren't you? A very big puppy. You do know you can take that with you, Torgal. Lady Karen will be relieved to hear you've got your appetite back. Come on, boy.
Good Torgal. Very good boy. The best of boys.
I noticed you and Torgal had gone off somewhere. Take him for a walk, did you?
You could say that.
So, Molly's leftovers weren't good enough, eh? That'll teach me for treating you like you're still a pup. All right, no need to shout. Now we know what you're after, I can see about getting some in.
Speaking of which, I brought one for later. Can I leave it with you?
You can, aye. I'm nice like that. In return, you can thank Tomes for me. The bloody know-it-all.
I was just on my way to see him.
Was I really? Because the quest could have ended there.
Ah, Clive. Were you able to locate your quarry?
We were indeed, lawsman. You pointed us in exactly the right direction. And Torgal's been a very happy hound ever since.
Very good.
Lady Karen sends her thanks.
Ah, do you recall our
About how she...
Precisely that. A reasonable conclusion, I thought. But one which raised certain questions in my mind. The Fenrir of legend served Shiva and Shiva alone. And while the powers attributed to him are certainly impressive, the records imply they are somewhat different in nature to those you described Torgal as having used.
What are you suggesting?
That Torgal may be the beneficiary of more than one icon's power. Consider that in addition to Lady Jill, he has served as a loyal companion to you, your brother, and even the late Cid. In short, the icons hitherto near at hand, or should I say at paw, have been diverse and plenty, and that number has only grown as the realm's dominance have fallen to your sword. One can but speculate as to how all of this has affected Torgal.
He has seemed more fierce of late.
And if I'm not mistaken, he will grow fiercer still. We are fortunate indeed to be able to count him amongst our allies and not our adversary.
Oh, he's more than an ally. He's a friend.
What a weird power for him to have. But I like it. I like that Torgal can basically share our power with us. Slightly increases Torgal's attack potency. Huh, that's an interesting accessory.
Would like to see them? Now this, I believe you will find most interesting. If you have a question for me.
Okay. Last thing we have to do is go give the dame her pay. And then we should be good. On side quests. And we can continue story.
There's talk that the Glassgate flood has...
Did you hear? The gates to heaven.
I want to see you. It's all right.
What am I going to do without sweet water and oil of talc? Still not...
Milady.
Gifts?
She's also going to say she can't take it.
Otto asked me to give it to settle the hideaway's debt with the and to compensate you for the time it took us to do.
You disappoint me, Clyde. I thought you might finally be warming to me. Tell Otto he can keep his baubles. I tried to tell him as much the first time. The man owes me nothing. Nor does my contribution to the restoration effort was made freely and willingly. It was...
You once told me Sid did you a kindness. I'd like to do the same. Please, accept it. For my sake, and for Otto's. For all of us.
Otto is lucky to have... I doubt anything could ever replace his son. But you and the others at the hideaway are the closest thing he...
Otto had a son.
Long ago. Yes. And blamed himself for not being... I don't know how it happened. Whether there was anything he could have done.
I didn't know.
How could you have? Besides Sid, I've never... An ill habit.
I didn't know that Otto had a son. I wonder if that would have been...
The stones were delivered.
I wonder if that would have been brought up if we took him along for that one quest. Huh. Either way, our debts are paid, even though neither people wanted to, or really seemed to care.
Told me she was building a ship.
Goat. Still alive, I see. So Lady Karen accepted the ruby.
Ah, about that. I tried my best. She was just too stubborn to take it. She threw it right back in my face, in fact, and told me I could stick my stupid stone where the sun don't shine.
Karen refused payment.
I hope it wasn't something I said.
I'm sure you were as tactful as ever. Let me see what I can do.
Oh, wonderful.
Yes. It can't be that simple. Yeah, he'll say nice words and she'll actually take it. Or, yeah.
I don't know where Sid gets the energy.
I'm gonna sneeze again.
Lady Karen. Goat tells me you weren't happy. Would you prefer the debt was...
What debt? I don't recall lending any of you lot me hard-earned gil. I may have tossed a talent or two in the hideaway, but those were donations.
Of course not. Surely you wouldn't...
Oh, so fine. But I'm selling it and taking what I'm owed, then you're getting the rest whether you... Where'd you even get this? A canny one, meanwhile. Might be I already have a buyer in mind. Might be you even know her.
Oh, I just hit my mic.
Fine continental maid whose beauty's only eclipsed. You wouldn't mind, would you?
Not at all.
Thanks to this lot, I sometimes wonder what I paid.
Speaking of which, I still haven't been paid last month's wages.
Oh, so you remember what's owed to you then?
Right.
I've seen...
Yeah. It was the only goblet Sid ever used.
I knew so little.
Most people.
Martha and the Dame both seemed to... How long did you know Sid?
Before he died, back in the day, he bought passage to... We set up drinking Island rum till the morning bell dragged me back to my... Quit my post not long after that. On account of making a fine maiden's belly fat. But me and Sid stayed close. There was... But the magic woke inside my son soon after his first name day. And there was no hiding it.
Couldn't you and your family?
My family wanted the monster. I couldn't turn my back on him, and I couldn't for the life of...
He was a bearer. His son was born into a bearer.
It was him who stood beside me when... Him who cried for me. Him. And he was threw away. I knew then.
Yeah, his son was born bearer. This when they find the hideaway or something?
He was always too clever for his own good, was Sid. Saw the world for what it really was, while the rest of us were content to go along with the lie we were shown. And it can't have been easy, bearing that burden alone. But he didn't let it stop him. He never lost faith in what he believed was right. And that gave us faith in him. Faith he'd steer us true. So I swore to myself that I'd always be right behind him, ready to catch the stubborn sod, if ever he should fall.
Yeah, him and Otto are basically like best of friends.
I couldn't even do that. Ignore me. Just the ramblings of a tired old man. Leave that lot. I'll tidy it up in a bit.
This is Sid's handwriting. Dear Otto.
I may be drunk, but I wanted you to know this place would be fucked without you.
He's right.
Love you, you grumpy old sod.
Aw, sweet.
This note.
What about it?
Sid was right. Without you, we'd all be lost.
He should have bloody well said so then. Just once. Before he went.
He did, in the note.
But then, why would he? Him, or anyone? I'd only have told him to piss off.
Aww. This was a side quest.
You're wrong, though. Both of you. It was never just me keeping the hideaway afloat. It was all of us. I just shoved people in the right direction. I barely seem to be able to do that anymore.
Would you rather go at the helm?
Well, maybe I've got a few more years left in me.
I'm going to hold you to that, Otto.
Before you go, Sid would have wanted you to have this.
But that's...
This'll do me just fine.
It looks so like he
Thanks
could
for the
snap
ray
that
of
thing.
sunshine. I'll see if I can't pay you back.
Already have.
Collectible.
Help you today, Clive? Is everything we've received and everything promised? Best of luck out there, Sid. Oh, I wasn't expecting you back.
I see.
Come again. I may have more for you.
No, I don't want to do. Look at that.
It told me she was building a ship.
I do want to see all my collectibles quick though before I go. Again.
I don't know where Sid gets the energy.
I kind of wish they didn't call me. They didn't all call me Sid. I get it's like, you know, a code name, but like, I don't know. So I got the Oath, which is from the one thing, Sid's Goblet, the Martell Apples, and Brosia's Tact. I only have 4 collectibles? I hate how they're not in order either. I hope I'm not like missing stuff in like quests or something. But it's Wall of Memories, so I'm assuming I only get the stuff from side quests and main story stuff. But now we get to go back and do main story. Continue where we left off. Go this way. It's a beautiful view, it really is. Some evil plants over here.
This one.
Infiltrating the Dominion won't be easy with the Imperials on high alert.
No. His Radiance has lost one capital already. We can be sure Sylvester will do everything in his power to hold on to Twinside. His troops are well trained and increasingly fight hard. But as if we can wait for the siege to end.
Oh, I didn't hit the button.
Too slow.
You know, I've been thinking about it. I'm sure sometime by the end of the game, we're gonna get Jill's powers. Like, she's gonna give them to us, just like Sid did. And I hope nothing bad happens to her for the reason that she does that, but I have a feeling that we're gonna get her ice powers one way or another. I've been thinking about that. Like, we got Sid's powers, but that was, of course, after he died. I don't know. It'd be weird if we didn't get her powers, considering we're getting everyone else's powers. Unless there's another icon of ice.
If the siege breaks, they'll need more than this to stop the Imperial legions marching on the capital.
Sheba's the only one I can think of with ice powers.
Come on.
I think the other elements in this game is like light and dark. I don't know if dark is the thing. Maybe I'm east? I don't know.
And they're all making for the crystalline dominion.
Because they don't know how to live without the crystal's blessing. Time to fight.
No.
I can walk from here.
There are no crystals here.
This is where we're supposed to meet Goots, isn't it?
That's right. He said he'd wait for us here after replenishing his supplies. I dare say he'll have finished by now.
Hurry, man. I must leave for the... Bloody crimson caravan, scooping up all the best customers. Leave some for the rest of us.
Here's some loot.
If our new arrivals had brought any coin with them, we'd be rich.
You won't find a finer array this side of the strait. Many thanks.
Oh, I don't have enough money for that, really.
Just what I was looking for. Thank you. Just what I was looking for. Thank you. You're sure you don't need it? Just what I was looking for. You're sure you don't need it?
I don't like how creepy he sounds.
A fine choice. You're welcome anytime. Out of my sight, wretch.
Peaches and pears.
Wonders from across the water. Come one, come all. Feast your eyes. Good sir, can I interest you in...
He's got flatbread.
For a measly crust of bread?
You won't find any cheaper. Not nowadays. You're more than welcome to look.
The Empire's unlawful and illegitimate occupation of the crystalline dominion is still in effect. Only those whose business in Twinside has been officially approved by the Republican Army will be permitted to cross the border. All who seek entry are to form a line and ready their documents for inspection.
It looks like we aren't the only ones who are eager to leave.
And they're checking everyone.
Can't you make an
Not for the likes of you.
We won't get through without that pass. Let's go and find Gooch, shall we?
How have we not found Goots yet?
He must be around here somewhere.
Taste my peaches. They're sweet as nectar.
Mmm.
You should come with me to the Dominion. Life will be different there.
You won't find anything of this quality in Twinside.
There's Goots.
Ah, Goots. There you are.
Clive, I'm so sorry. Don't tell Nan, will you?
Slow down, Goots. Just tell us what happened.
It's betrayed us, Pass. It's gone. We cannot ride the caravan without it. We won't even be able to get through the flipping checkpoint.
Do you remember when you last saw it?
It was in my pocket a minute ago. Then a bairn bumped into me and... Yeah. You don't think that they might have nicked it, do you?
It wouldn't surprise me. A busy market like this is prime territory for pickpockets.
So, to get the pass back, we need to find this child. Where would we even start?
I know where! I've got a pal in Bock lad who might be able to help us. No one knows more about what goes on round here than she does.
Where do we find her?
She's the owner of the Crimson Caravans, up that way.
Hey, the Crimson Caravan from Fallout?
No time like the present.
You two go on ahead. I'm gonna check the rest of my stuff, make sure nothing else is missing.
All right. We'll meet you there.
Let's keep an eye out for this red chocobo, then.
And the other on our purses.
Next to the check.
Ah, God.
I hear the brothers found another victim. Can you believe it? I believe it, right. What's that? A third this month?
Bloody crimson caravans, scooping up all the best customers. Leave some for the rest of us.
There we go.
Looking to hire a coach? It's 10 million for a two-birder to the Crystalline Dominion. Take it or leave it.
Oh, we're not here for that.
Then I bid you good day.
Oh, wait! Don't go, El. He's me mate.
As I live and breathe. Goots, what are you doing back in Bocklad? I gather Lady Karen didn't send you. So what trouble have you got yourself into this time?
It's me trader's pass. It got stolen. By a little bairn.
Of all the... You're the size of a marble. Honestly. Ugh.
Goots told us that you know the markets well. Might you have an idea which little bairn could have done this?
We don't intend to punish them. We just need our pass back. Then, we can be on our way.
I see. So neither of you has a trader's pass either. Not that anyone would take you for traders, but I suppose that's why you came to me, correct? Now, I can't say for sure who took your pass, but I suspect I know why they did it. Let me explain.
Is your explanation going to take long?
Ever since the Fist marched on the Dominion, the Republic has been clamping down on any commerce that might aid the Empire more than it does us. Which means traders' passes have gone from being merely a way of easing one's progress to being essential if one wishes to cross the border at all. And with demand outstripping supply, they've become a precious commodity, leading some to seek to acquire them by less than legitimate means.
I mean, this makes sense.
So the children are stealing passes to sell on the black market?
Yes and no. Passes are inscribed with the names of their owners, and yet none of the victims' names have appeared on the register of those passing through the checkpoint.
Which means?
That someone is doctoring the stolen passes. The same someone who is encouraging the children to steal them. And the same someone who has Goots' pass, note. Whoever they are, they're ruining the livelihoods of... Will you stand with us? You want to get your pass, and we want to catch whoever's behind it all. And two birds shall be slain with a single...
Is there any other way?
They won't let you in if you're not with the caravan. It's that, I don't know, try swimming across the strait, but the guards will definitely spot you if you try and do that. Like, we don't want to get spotted, right?
So
I love
people
Goots.
who took the pass, or give up all hope of entering the Dominion.
All right. We'll help.
Thank you, kind. But I don't know your name. Eloise.
Clive.
A pleasure doing...
Why does he actually use his real name this time instead of Sid? I don't get it. When does he decide to use Sid, and when does he decide to use Clive?
The proprietor... I suggested...
The furniture makers.
Out of my sight, wretch!
Jug of snake spit for the road?
Jug of snake spit for the road.
Are you the furniture maker?
Looking for something in particular? Ah, Eloise collared you too, eh?
She told me you were leading the hunt for the pig.
For one, that their target's harder to watch, but not that they'd be likely to catch them.
Their eyes must have lit.
The fishmonger.
Thank you.
You won't find anything of this quality in Twinside.
You should come with me to the Dominion.
Fish for sale! Can I interest you?
She's asked me to help her.
Is that so? Suppose, for one, this isn't a family operation. All the traders say the children who stole their part, street urchins, by the sound.
Orphans from the war.
A few, perhaps. They're all looking for it.
The shame of it.
Whoever's behind this would have to have...
And so should we.
You should start with the children around here.
It's worth a try.
All right then. Questioning children. How hard can that be?
Taste my peaches. They're sweet as nectar.
Excuse me. Do you mind if I ask you something?
Can't stop you.
I was just wondering if anyone has asked you to do anything out of the ordinary recently.
Anything you grown-ups ever ask us to do is shut up and go away. So guess what I'm about to tell you to do?
Sorry.
All you grown-ups ever do is tell us to shut up and go away. So guess what I'm gonna tell you to do?
I'll take the large one.
An excellent choice, my lord. Come, taste my peaches. They're sweet as nectar.
Mmm, peaches.
Remember when half the people coming through here were...
You should come with me to the Dominion.
You won't find anything of this quality in Twinside.
No. Pause. I don't want you resuming that, because it's gonna mess things up.
Do you have a moment?
What do you want?
What I want is to know who's asking.
I don't know. Nobody's... What's picking pockets?
No, you get it. So if they come calling...
The caravan stops next to the checkpoint. Jug of snake spit.
What do you want?
It's all right. We're not going... We've heard that we need to know who's behind...
I don't know much about it, really. He said he got a job.
Sounds promising.
We need to find him.
Do you know where your friend...
He's usually by the tent.
Thank you.
Come on, come on!
Peaches and pears.
Let me carry your goods. I'm cheap.
That's that then.
She must have meant the refugee camp.
Let's hope he's still nearby.
Daddy, I'm hungry. That big fat donkey was easy pickings. He wouldn't have noticed if we'd robbed his boots off. Yeah, could use one of those things to get out of this dump.
Chance would be a fine thing. The moment they found out, they'd string us up by our gut.
Would they now? Perhaps you'd like to introduce us to these charming characters.
Shit, we're in trouble now. What do we do?
You two get caught if you want. I'm off.
Hunter, where are you going?
So that was Hunter, eh? Jill, you watch these two.
All right.
Off to go catch a child by the toe.
He can't have gone far. I need to find him before his employers do. Did you see a boy run past? He stole something from a friend of mine.
There was a boy ran back there towards the chocobo pen, but...
Thank you.
Oh, shit. Cornered.
What a great spot to hide, kid.
Right, Hunter. I'm not going to hurt you. I just want to ask you some...
Fine.
I'm looking for the people who are making you steal for them. Who are they?
Why is he staring like that?
Call themselves the Carstones. They said they'd give me a good gill if I knew they were bad, but it didn't come at all half the time. You know, if I didn't do it, they'd just pick on someone else. Someone they could push around easier.
Hansa.
You found him then?
Jill.
Eloise is watching over them. She sent Goots and I to look for you.
I haven't got your pass anymore, if that's what you're after. Whatever you do to me, I can't get... Not that I go against them anyway. If it weren't for their gill, me and my mates would have starved.
Cowards. You will not force another child to do your bidding.
Wait, we're not...
Don't hurt him.
You're making a mistake. We're on the same side.
Like hell we are. That brooch. Where did you get it?
Master Theo?
Goots. What are you doing with these people? Unless you're the ones my sister was talking about.
Your sister?
He's Karen's brother.
Eloise didn't tell us she had a brother.
Oh no, it's Eloise,
Why would
okay.
she? I'm just a back and a blade. Theodore, at your service.
Theodore, what do you know of the casts?
Vultures who have made Botlad their hunting. They prey on the desperate, stealing from those with gil and bullying those without it. I'd been looking into their activities in hope of sparing. But it seems they've already stooped even lower than I'd... Hansa's a good lad. If he and his friends hadn't agreed to work for the Stones, some other... Clive, was it? And my sisters asked you to help, then we all want the same.
So,
What else? You get your trader's pass back.
all right then.
All right then.
All right then.
Hansa, where are they camped? Don't worry.
Couldn't if I wanted to. I tried following them once.
We'll try it. To Laney's Cleft.
Laney's Cleft is to the south, past the camp.
No, you better not have scared any of my birds.
Daddy, I'm hungry.
They just look like ordinary bandits. Not like how that guy didn't even say anything.
That's the one who's been sticking his nose in our business.
You should have minded your own. I doubt these were the ringleaders.
At least we know we're on the right track.
Kick their ass. That's what you get for getting children to do your dirty work.
We got company. Over here!
More foot soldiers.
Fewer now.
Keep on kicking their ass.
Not a bad haul today, eh?
Aye. Some of our new recruits are natural-born ne'er-do-wells.
Especially the little ones.
Scalp the leaders.
They don't deserve it.
I wasn't planning on showing.
We're ready when you...
Oh, I'm ready.
That guard from Falkland! Kill him! Kill them all! All your
He got donked.
And they say crime doesn't pay. Gold chains, rings, purses. And traders' passes. Dozens of them.
Have the names been changed?
Not yet. I recognize some of them. No doubt Goots's is somewhere among them. Now I just need to sort through it all and return everything to the people it was taken from.
We should go and give Eloise the good news. Can we leave things here in your hands, Theodore?
Of course. Oh, and
we'll be glad to.
I've been playing for an hour already. I can't believe it. I feel like I haven't done much.
There are no crystals here.
That's that then.
Ah, Clive. How...
Quite the opposite.
So, and Thedum, I only hope. Speaking of whom...
you are too... Here, Clive.
I will.
El, I've asked our boys, can I count on your help in...
Of course. I expect yours... Would it now? Don't look so shocked.
I don't understand.
As you now know all too well, we at the Crimson Caravan, for a small fee, we will move anything, that be that goods to market, or bearers away from it.
I was the first my sister helped escape. If it wasn't for her, I'd have been branded as a boy.
I had no idea.
It just so happens that we are seeking to expand our operation, and who better to join forces with than the leader in the field? Wouldn't you agree?
I would, It seems our purpose is the same in more ways than one. So what would you say to working together again?
It would be our pleasure.
And our honor. The honor is ours.
Here, Clive.
That's cool.
This is for you.
What is it?
Elle has friends in high places, while I have associates in, lower ones. That mark is proof that you're a friend to us both.
Cool.
I shall bear it with pride.
Well, all that remains is to... Goots's pass should secure you a place on the caravan. But if you encounter any difficulties, we would be delighted.
We'll try the caravan.
I wish he'd actually put some of this stuff on. I think there's gotta be how many badges and stuff on him right now. I think it'd be cool if he actually put some of this stuff on.
Let's get this back to Goots.
Oh, now we have side quests to do.
Pardon me, but would you... That well-notched, might you be convinced to offer...
How exactly do you intend?
Well, and should you accept, well...
My arms are yours.
Wonderful.
But where are we going?
Along the old Zemeckis Road. Quickly!
Wait. Good luck with your ne'er-do-wells. I'd better make sure he doesn't get himself killed.
Porter for hire. The best sir.
I see you've been of some assistance.
Perhaps.
Finding someone. I was griping about my... Now, Joseph's a cell...
Any idea where his search for...
Joseph's lived a hard life.
I can't imagine there are two...
There's still... more bandits, or more side quests this way.
Hurry, man. I must leave for the...
Bloody cruising caravan, scooping up all the best customers.
If only arrivals
Now I just need
brought
to see
any
about
coin.
getting them. Bad news.
Good, actually. Only trouble is, the serving girl's still new to the job, so I can't leave her while I go...
What exactly are you...
I've come by a particularly Gotan route.
So I've heard.
Oh. A gentleman who might sympathize with my... Would you pass the good news to a few friends of mine?
Sounds simple enough.
So you'll do it. You won't need to go far. All three of them should be as Aldrich to...
Right back.
We're just telling people that he's got wine, fancy wine. Okay, simple enough. And they're all here in town.
I've been asked to find Aldrich, the porter.
That's me right enough.
The innkeeper sent me. He said there's a cup of Gotan 66 with your name on it when you're done for the day.
A 66? If he's just got hold of it now, it must have been in the crates he had me carry down from Sambrek.
From the Empire to Boklad. You must be a braver man than most.
Such is the porter's lot. They'd Soraflam one day. The farther you're willing to go, the fatter the purse. I'd say I've done enough for today to earn myself a cup of...
Out of my sight, wretch.
Come on, come on!
The caravan stops next to the checkpoint.
Are you Milan, the butcher?
That's me. What can I do for you?
The innkeeper's just had a special delivery. He thought you might like to join him for a cup of wine after you pack up for the day.
He knows me only too well. And I've got a ham here that will go handsomely with a nice drop.
Wine and ham to spare. Boklad clearly is...
Comes with being the place everyone has to pass through to get to everywhere else. Those who travel the Crystal Road bring all manner of goods with them. We get meat from Sanbrek, herbs from Rosaria, Why, sometimes we even see curiosities from across the Narrow. My old man knew what he was about when he set up shop here all those years ago. Anyway, thanks for the good news.
I guess this is probably a good trade route. Everyone has to stop here to get to the other place.
Let us through! I'm looking for Bolek. I was told he'd be guarding the gate.
Well, you found him. You're not here to enlist, I take it?
The innkeeper sent me. He's just taken delivery of a rare vintage. A goat hand.
I've never said no to a goat hand.
You must be a busy man.
The market would be flooded with refugees if we weren't here to stem the flow. Oh, my heart goes out to them, all right, but we've got our orders. No papers, no passage. Plenty try to slip past us nonetheless. And every now and then, one of them's foolish enough to try and force their way through. And when they do, well, things can get... You know what? That wine's sounding better by the moment.
Hold on. I wonder if the innkeeper might spare a cup of that wine.
I wouldn't mind it as a collectible.
Jug of snake spit for the road?
Come on, come on!
Are these missing cell swords from my next quest that I'm going to be doing going to be the two that I met on the road?
I spoke to your friends. They'll be along soon.
It's been a while since we all sat down, and the way I see it, that wine is as much theirs as it is my own.
How so?
Well, I wouldn't be serving anything but slops without Aldrich to go and fetch the good stuff for me. And then there's Milan, who always sends customers my way. And Bolek, an even-handed keeper of the peace, if ever there was one. Those three are the backbone of Boklad. And without the market, I wouldn't have a single customer. Everyone needs a shoulder to lean on. Be they world-weary innkeepers or brooding swordsmen, right? I'd better...
I hear you had me carrying a bottle of Gotan 66. If I'd have known, I would have sold the thing and lived like a lord.
A Gotan 60 bloody sick. Bottle between the four of us might not be enough to drown our sorrows, but it can't hurt.
Here they are, the woes of the world.
Never a truer word spoken.
No, just materials. I'll take it. I was hoping for a collectible. But alright.
Let me carry your goods.
That's that then.
I'm hungry.
What do you want? I've no coin on me.
Just information. Has a sellsword passed through here? Grey hair.
Now you mention it. There was a young man with salt in his mane sneaking around out there a while back.
Which way did he go?
Oh my... I got off down the road, I expect. No.
I'll find him.
Why am I not surprised?
It is those two, isn't it? No.
You'll hand over your coin if you know what's good for
Just stomped on that man's head. Clive is ruthless sometimes. I'll be honest.
Are you hurt?
Happily not, good sir. More importantly, we have arrived. Now, feast your eyes upon the marvel before us. Colossal vessels, dashed from the very airships, we call them, with very little thought to what wonders such a... Oblige me if you would. Does anything strike you as peculiar about this particular specimen? Though we ourselves find fallen ruins to be nigh indestructible, whatever gouged the final sin from the rock cleaved clean through the structure you see before you. A tantalizing mystery, no doubt, but merely one of countless enigmas in which Zemeckis history is steeped. Come.
He's passionate. I'll give him that.
Well, curiosity killed a cat, but satisfaction did indeed bring it back.
We don't want any trouble.
Neither do I.
Well, we haven't seen him.
Yes, we have. Those ones. Over there.
Maybe he found his thieves.
Mum won't let me near them. She said there's... Shh, now. I only told them what you said.
I'd listen to your mother if I...
Why is he always getting in trouble? This is funny.
Right then.
Get him!
You're going to get yourself killed.
Oh, that would not do. That would not do at all. Not when such majesty stretches out before us. Behold, the final sin in all its glory. As Moss tells us, a battle was fought here in ancient times. A battle of such ferocity that it tore a great crater in the very land upon which it was waged. In reaching for their holy sanctum, did man enrage the gods, and great was the vengeance that was rained down upon him. Alas, the full truth of the matter is lost to time, though I live in hope that I might see it discovered. But we must not dwell upon such things. There is more yet to see. Onward! History awaits!
No, can't get up that way. How do I... You're one quest, and you're another one. Well, let's go do this one, I guess. That'd be easier.
He's really got himself into trouble this time. Nice try. Get him. Get him. Too slow. Still in one piece.
It would seem so. And once more, though Moss, he offers little in the way of explanation. Could the ruins we see before us, could the construction of such miraculous edifices have been considered an encroachment upon the... Alas.
Not if you keep running headfirst.
You are right. Of course.
Glad to help, but...
I fear I may have rather overstated the case on that front. You see, even my fellow scholars, and so I came upon the idea of purchasing a companion. A captive audience, if you will.
That's what this was all about.
I am afraid so. And now, my good man.
Fine. Just don't go running off this time.
And so ends a delightful day. Here, your reward for humoring my selfish whims, plus a little extra for the trouble I have put you in.
Porter for hire.
Now I go do that last side quest.
Daddy, I'm hungry.
Oh, I couldn't get up this way. I didn't realize I could.
Did Joseph's thieves really lug their stolen wares all the way out here?
Ancient sword! I wonder if it's better than what I got right now. It is indeed. Looks neat. And if it's like the coral sword, can't I do something with it? I thought I could. They're a bunch of gobos.
I think we found our thieves.
They're mean gobos.
They don't look happy to see me.
A goblin prince. goblin coin.
Let's get this over with.
Stop! Don't kill him, he's just protecting his home.
Joseph? So the boy was right.
I don't know you.
Your porter friend sent me to find you. She was worried you might have got yourself killed.
Have I been gone that long? It wasn't hard finding the thieves. The problem was knowing what to do with them when I did.
I take it things are more complicated than they appear.
He's nice to goblins?
I'd all but ruled out bandits before I even left the market. You know why that is? Because our thieves had no interest in gold or gems, or anything they couldn't eat for that matter. Add to that the rumors of goblins in the area, and the mystery practically solved itself. I soon found their cozy little homestead and all the missing food. I launched myself at them, full of righteous fury, but their leader was the only one who moved to meet me. The others, they huddled around that food, ready to die protecting it. They stole because it was that or starvation. I've been there myself, back when times were hard.
So you spared them, and earned their trust into the bargain by the look of it.
These goblins aren't native to the area. They don't know how to survive such barren lands, so I've been teaching them. And once they've learned to hunt and forage, they won't be fool enough to risk their necks in Boklad.
I'm impressed. I didn't know goblins could be reasoned with.
Do me a favor. Let the porter know I'm safe. I'll head back to the market once my work here is done. Oh, and don't mention the goblins. I don't want people coming here brandishing pitchforks. Not now this lot have sworn off thieving.
Your secret's safe with me.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
It's kind of cool. Bunch of friendly goblins. Okay, let's get away from that sound, though. I'll be too tempted to make it myself, and it's gonna hurt my throat. It's cool, though. Friendly goblins. I love goblins. I love the underdog creatures like kobolds and goblins and stuff like that.
There are no crystals here.
That's that then.
Joseph's... he certainly knows his...
A good man. Thank you for putting...
Let me carry your goods. I'm cheap.
Peaches and pears.
Okay, now we move on.
Come on, come on!
Caravan stops next.
Juicy pears! Slake your thirst without a crystal.
What I really want to be.
Here you are, good. Try not to lose it again.
Me pass! You found it! Oh, thank you so much. Nan would have killed me if I'd come back without it. I'll have to say thanks to Elle and Theo, too.
So should you, Hunter. You and your friends don't have to steal anymore. If anyone threatens you again, you know who to turn to.
We do. And we already have. Missing this hardware. And Goots. You said you're trained to be a blacksmith, right? Well, I'm gonna be your first customer. I'm gonna save up all my gil and get you to make me a massive sword.
I'll do me best.
Till then, eh?
That's cool. I want a massive sword. Well, my sword's a normal sized. I want a great sword like
All right.
Cloud uses.
We have a place on the wagon. Remember, Goots, we're mercenaries. You hired us to protect you.
But mercenaries.
And you remember them. Jill and I will go with you as far as the outskirts, then find our own way in.
I'll buy that stuff I need.
Right. And we'll scout out the Imperial's defenses.
There's a square with a big bell tower right in the middle of town. If you get lost, or out goes wrong, we can meet up there.
All right. Let's go.
I see. And you're quite certain your father has no knowledge of Ultima?
I am. I have no difficulty believing a sinister force has come to exert an influence on Sanbreque. But be that as it may, it is yet to claim my father. For better or worse, his radiance speaks his own mind.
Then the fiend works from the shadows.
It's your mother,
I confess,
I'm sure.
When first you told me of this fiend, I had my doubts. And more than a few at that. A beast that labors to plunge Valisthea into turmoil, all in pursuit of your brother. But that wound is proof enough that evil is afoot.
Then I have your answer, Your Highness. You will join me in my fight.
Yes, Prince Dion's gonna join us.
I cannot. Not yet.
He might, though.
Your Highness, please.
As you are aware, the Dhalmekian army is at our gates. They have lost their mother crystal, and with it all hope of a negotiated withdrawal. It is but a matter of time before they invade.
Yes, because the Imperials can't fight the Dhalmekian Republic.
To meet them, my people will be slaughtered.
No, they won't. The Republic is not that strong, especially without their dominant.
Hugo Kupka, thanks to Ultima's machinations. I know the fate of your people weighs heavy on your conscience, but if we do not put an end to Ultima's plans, they shall face a far darker fate. The chaos he would wreak would sweep all of Valisthea into the abyss. The lives of every man, woman, and child in the Twins are at stake.
I believe what you say, Phoenix. But I have duties of my own, and I must discharge them. Come what may.
I know Dion's doing his duty to, you know, be Bahamut and stuff like that. But the Dhalmekians cannot fight the Empire. They have been severely weakened without Hugo.
What do you know of my blood?
I know that it is wholly unworthy of the highest offices of state, which rightly belong to those of purer breeding. Alas. Your bloodline runs through the Oriflamme gutter, from a whore who weighed her child's worth in gil.
Have you threatened my father?
Of course not. I merely whispered in his ear that his mongrel son is plotting a rebellion.
What?
Sylvester listens to the words of his astrologers. And they have ears too.
You have been feeding them your lies.
Should you remain loyal to Emperor Olivier, His radiance may yet crown your head with laurel, and not with tar.
Fork-tongued witch!
In consideration of your long years of service to the Empire, I shall forgive this uncharacteristic rudeness. Now hurry and make ready, Your Imperial Highness. Emperor Olivier expects much of you, Dion. Or should I say, of Bahamut. May your fire reduce his enemies to ash, till all of Valisthea bows to its rightful ruler.
There is another darkness that has taken hold of Sanbreque. And until its grip is released, the flames of war shall spread ever wider, just as Ultima wishes.
Forgive me. My family has caused you much grief.
You are not her keeper, Phoenix. This is a matter for the Imperial household now, and as a member of that household, it falls to me to resolve it.
What, you plan on killing her?
At such time as that is done, what strength I have shall be yours.
Thank you, Your Highness.
Let us take to the skies together, and bring a new dawn to Valisthea.
I should like nothing more.
I guess they both can fly, can't they? Although I don't know if how long it's been since Joshua actually turned into the Phoenix.
Terence,
my prince.
tell me true. Do you believe what I'm about to do is wrong?
We dragoons have but one leader, Your Highness. And we shall follow him unto the very end.
Thank you. This is my decree. For their crimes against the crown, the traitorous Annabella and her usurping son shall be put to death, and the Empire restored.
See, he is plotting rebellion. It wasn't lies. Even if it wasn't, you know, quite been plotted yet, he still ended up doing it. He wants to commit a murder.
One would never guess that these people stood on the brink of war.
They're afraid. They turn to drink to forget their fears.
Anything you want to forget?
The harbor is empty, and half the market stalls too. The city may seem peaceful on the surface, but it's balanced on a knife edge. Were we to give it a nudge, it might be just the distraction we need to reach the Mother Crystal.
I thought you might say that. We should send for Gav. We'll need someone to keep the fires we start from going out.
And we can busy ourselves scheming until he gets here.
I'll send a Stolas then.
is it, boy?
What's happening?
I don't know.
Torgal.
This way.
He had Torgal jump up just to jump back down. But I guess Torgal had to get up on the roof somehow too. Torgal climbed the roof better than Jill did. Nee, he's a dog. Oh. We're climbing roofs today. I'm into it.
The city's on fire.
I'm sure Goots is fine. He'll be making for the square.
The one with the bell tower. In the middle of town, right?
Watchman or sentry is to be stayed on site, but spare the citizenry. His Highness's orders were clear.
Those were Imperial Dragoons. What in the hell is going on?
Let's go and see.
Is this the rebellion?
But first we find Goots.
Why? Never mind. I like Goots.
Right.
Do we have to? I wonder if we did identify ourselves, if things would have been different. Because the Dragoons should work for Dion, shouldn't they? And assuming that Dion and Joshua have now made alliance, and Joshua may have told them that, you know, that we're up to no good. Although Joshua wouldn't know that we're here.
Nice try.
Over here!
There's no doubt about it. They're Dragoons. What is this then? A civil war? Never thought I'd be glad to fall into a sewer.
Gross. Gross.
What of the men and women in the market district? The evacuation is complete.
There it is. The bell tower.
Right. Let's go. Ah, a goods lift.
Again, I kind of feel bad hurting the Dragoons at the moment. I don't necessarily consider them to be bad people. They're the good guys right now. Because they work for Dion. And as far as I know, Dion doesn't hate us. And could possibly become our ally. It seems very likely at this point.
Nice try.
Hey, level up. Take it. Where do I have to go from here?
Damn it. We'll have to find a way around.
In the name of His Highness!
Goots gets hurt, I'm gonna be very upset.
Prince's name, none shall pass. Get him. This one. Nice try. Go for it.
Enemies on the rampart! Kill them! Go for
These enemies right now are nothing to me. I've hit 2 hours, but I'm gonna finish up the storyline as part of the story.
Can you see him anywhere?
And that should be Bahamut, right? Maybe we are gonna fight Bahamut. Oh, Bahamut does seem like he has ice powers. I guess we don't have to get Jills. It is Bahamut, right?
It must be one of the Dragoon's pets.
Never mind. I don't know why I thought that was Bahamut. I feel stupid. And I apologize.
I think it has something in store for us.
Get ready to move. Get him! Go for it! Get him!
Dragon Dance is a Pokemon move. Hey. White Wyvern Bone. That's cool. Maybe use it for weapon crafting or something.
Over here, Clive! Are you alright?
I love Goots.
Goots, there you are.
I didn't know there'd be a dragon.
All right, let's get out of here.
Oh!
What now?
Is that Mother Crystal's heart?
What the hell is it doing up there?
That's Bahamut.
Bahamut.
Okay, Bahamut is a dragon, so I wasn't silly. Oh, is he gonna get touched by the heart though and turn evil? Bahamut's a swole dragon. His wings are swole. Oh, he looks like he's got lightning powers or something. Or is Bahamut already turned evil? What would the Bahamut's powers give me? I really wonder.
Your Highness, don't do this.
We must leave. Now, Your Grace. I beg of you.
This is not what he wanted. Something's happened. Forgive me, Yoda, but I must put a stop to this.
Your Grace!
Yeah, I think Bahamut's turned evil. I think that he's got juiced up by the Mother Crystal. Or maybe he's trying to destroy the Mother Crystal. And now he's getting juiced. The crystal just broke. We didn't have to do anything. Did Bahamut destroy it? No, what's that? Is that a whole new mother crystal? I'm confused.
So, what do we do now then?
We destroy the heart.
We might come back.
As soon as the flames die down, the Imperials and the Dalmex will move in. This may be our only chance.
And Bahamut has gone for now. You should get as far away as you can, Goots.
What? And leave you lot in the lurch? I can't do that. If you're staying, then so am I. I packed everything up before I made a run for it, so if there's out you need, just ask. But I won't be giving it away for free. Nana'd never forgive us if I did.
Thank you, Goots.
Is he like a traveling merchant now with us? I can like buy potions off him, like constantly? Can I? I can! Oh, it could even do smithing.
I've got some good stuff for you.
Oh, there's the diamond sword. I don't need it now, but silken sash. Okay. Can I make something with a hammer? I can upgrade the diamonds. I can make a diamond sword, which is better. And that takes the wyvern bone. And then if I go reinforce, do the diamond sword too.
That's 10 times better than it was before.
That's
you
funny.
You don't want me to make yours out else?
No, I don't.
If you need out else.
Well, that's cool.
Drake's tail is right there, Clive. It's time to free Storm from the crystal's curse.
It's past time.
I probably should have saved.
Bahamut is still out there.
And I dare say we'll be seeing him again before the night is done.
Okay, well, before I continue, I have to go use the bathroom. This is definitely going to be a longer episode. Okay. I'm gonna go use the bathroom quick. Okay. I'm back and ready. And it looks like we're possibly going to have to fight Bahamut. Awesomely enough.
No more roads.
We'll have to find our own path.
Do you feel that, Clive?
Ether. Just what we need. Another flood.
It's already turned them.
And there's no reason to hold back.
Oh, the Lich is a falling creature, isn't it? Yeah, it's right here. I did not mute fast enough. Oh well, I apologize. My nose is angry today.
Dangerous.
Fuck. Hold on, Joshua. I'm coming! We have to save him.
And we will. We just need to keep moving.
Suddenly, priorities changed. Joshua's appeared. We must protect Joshua.
Not now.
Get him. Screw Mother Crystal! Protect Joshua! Cares too much about his brother. His brother can handle himself now. I feel like Joshua's just as strong as us, if not stronger.
What was that?
Bahamut. He'll kill us all. There he is. Joshua! I'm here, brother!
Clive. He can't hear you.
Joshua!
They're heading for the heart.
And so are we.
And so should we. this.
I almost missed that.
Are those the council chambers? How are they still standing?
I don't know.
Boss battle?
He'll be all right, Clive. He's a survivor.
We're getting close. Looks like somebody doesn't want us getting any closer.
I don't care what it wants.
Neither do I.
I like this techno music. It's always cool to me.
Too slow. This one. Over here. Get him. Guess we're all ready. This one.
I don't want to know what that is. We have to end this right
All yours, Corvo. Get him. This one. Get him.
Take that, evildoer. Give me something unique. Nothing new, unique, I guess. But, oh well.
These beasts, they're getting stronger.
We can think about them later. Right now, there's only one thing we need to focus on.
The heart.
Yeet.
We might be able to get up through the building.
It's worth a try.
Quiet. There's someone up there.
Is someone there?
Mother.
It's you.
What happened here?
He tried to take him from me. Oh, my boy.
Is Mother gonna manipulate us too?
Darling boy.
Is this the child you made with the Emperor? Why, Mother? Why did you betray us all?
You have no right. Answer him. We took you in, savage. Show some respect for those who raised you. Honorable Elwyn, always thinking of his precious homeland. But what worth is a homeland in a world beset by the Blight?
Father did not seek to protect his country. He sought to protect his people.
A leader's duty is not to protect his people.
Yes, it
It's
is.
to protect the source of his sovereignty. The noble blood that runs in his family's veins. So long as this bloodline remains unbroken, what does it matter if a nation falls? One can always found another. Unlike him, I did my duty. I preserved my line. I bore a son of the noblest blood, to whom the whole world might kneel. That is why I gave Rosaria to Sambrek, that I might join my line with the Lesages and birth a savior of this benighted land, blessed by both Bahamut and the Phoenix! You sold your country for a child.
Why did he need another? You had Joshua.
I had nothing. You were always your father's son, so very strong and bold and daring, and yet you failed to awaken. Would that Joshua had been granted 1/10 of your strength? Oh! How the nobles laughed that Elwyn's firstborn was surely the son of a concubine, and my own, not long for this world. The shame of it! The shame of being slandered by one's inferiors! How could you ever know how that feels? It should have been you! Why didn't the Phoenix choose you?
Joshua's every waking moment was spent trying to shoulder the burden that you and the Phoenix and the Duchy foisted on him. That's why I became his shield. To help bear the weight. But what did you do? You betrayed your own blood and surrendered your son to his fate!
Joshua, my darling boy. I never meant to hurt him. The soldiers' orders were clear. He was to be spared. Why did you survive when the only one I truly cared for died?
What? Have you not looked out of the window? Joshua is here! The Phoenix lives on! He's battling Bahamut as we speak!
Have you not looked out the window? She screams so much.
Joshua! Wake up! I am a shield of Rosaria.
I'm gonna turn to Ifrit now, or am I gonna take?
And I will do my duty.
What are you...
He's gonna instantly turn into Ifrit.
Ifrit?
Clive.
Joshua.
Clive!
Yeah, Bahamut keeps juicing himself.
First Bahamut, then the heart.
Joshua! No! Leave my brother alone!
We'll face the consequences.
Spitfire! Clive has learned the ability Spitfire from Bahamut. R2 plus triangle to release a massive stream of light that spears anything in its path. Use L to aim. X at any time to cancel the attack. Oh wait. Oh, I have to wait for it to charge up. E3 is so small compared to everyone else.
Shit. Can't reach him. Don't do this! No! Brother!
Phoenix is fine.
I'll come back for you.
And now we're the Phoenix.
Don't you dare!
Clive! Thank the Founder!
Are we actually gonna talk now? No, I guess Bahamut won't talk, because I think he is Monster Fries.
Get behind me! If you're sure.
Where is he? Really? Nothing special for that? Maybe we have to fight Dion still.
What now?
This is drinking the ether.
We have to stop him.
Now he's Mega Bahamut.
Stronger than this. Come on, Ifrit. Show us your true power.
Did Ifrit and the Phoenix just like fuse powers?
If we become one, this may be enough. We can do it, Clive. We can. We will. Together. Are you ready? Ready!
We're out in space now. This is silly. Embodying Ifrit Risen. Enhanced version of most Ifrit's abilities are able to use Ifrit Risen. Light speed.
How can we hope to match such power?
Oh, I did not mean to do that.
In our own.
Fuck is he?
Joshua! This ends now!
Still get nothing from that, but I gotta level up. Oh, there we go. Light shard. I'm sure it'll be used to get the Bahamut weapon.
Dion!
That's the last Mother Crystal.
Joshua! Clive! My brother. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. You're alive. We both are. Nothing else matters.
Aww.
I never dared hope that I would see this day.
Reunited at last.
Jill.
Aww. Is Dion gonna try and kill her?
This is for my father. It is done. The demon that would tear our house apart is no more. Father.
Did he get killed in the action?
The Mother Crystal. It's collapsing.
Right. We need to leave. No. Wait. I owe him a debt. Fine.
But his powers are coming with me. No. Am I gonna have to...
Report, Captain.
Can nothing be done to call them off?
I regret not, Your Radiance. The Dragoons answer to none but His Imperial Highness. The Council is powerless to intervene.
Oh.
Dion.
Maybe we'll just find out what happened to the Emperor.
Focus all efforts on extinguishing the fires around the capital. The city can wait. Don't dally, man. Go!
Your Radiance.
And I want you to find out
Make sure the doors are locked.
By the light. Dion. Have you taken leave of your senses? Call off the Dragoons at once.
Fear not. The populace will come to no harm at their hands. I am here to save you, Father.
Save me?
A creeping darkness hides in the heart of Sanbreque. It stems from your wife, the traitorous Annabella.
Not another word, Dion.
Father, though you may not see it, the darkness has taken hold of you. It has made you forget yourself. But I bid you remember, there was a time when you ruled not with cruelty, but with compassion. Why now do you turn your back on your people? Why now do you seek to stoke the fires of war? You too have borne witness to this change, Your Eminences. And you know, as well as I, who is responsible for it. A puppet now sits upon the throne, but cut his strings, and the master loses the power!
What?
Dion, you bear steel before your Emperor? Guards! Take him!
For every citizen who falls, another can be bred. For every home that burns, another can be built. Those were your words. But when the last of your citizens has fallen, and all of their homes have been reduced to ash, what will become of your empire, of its rulers, of your god? As the Mother Crystals crumble one by one, and the Blight sweeps in to claim all that we hold dear, our people look to their Emperor for protection. Yet he labors not to secure their futures, but to seize what is left of the twins for himself. Even if it should come at the cost of everything his loyal citizens have labored to build.
Dion, you must understand.
A small price to pay, is it not? You've been blessed with great power, Dion. Enough to win me the world. So go, claim Valisthea for me, brother.
Leon.
Gods! Gods!
Father.
Poor father. How he doted on his children. That he would die to protect me was plain. It was but a matter of when.
You planned this?
You did well to endure so long. But you broke in the end, as I knew you would. And now Muthos approaches. Put him to the proof. I would see if he breaks. Go, Bahamut. Kinslayer.
Yeah, of course Bahamut was not in control of himself. We kind of figured that.
Not again.
Brother?
It's a long story.
You gonna take her with you? She is kind of criminal.
You cannot stay here, Mother. Come. Take my hand.
Get away from me! This is all just a dream, just a bad dream! You will not take me, Shadow! You will not take me!
She gonna kill herself? Yep. Does she see Ultima in him? She saw Ultima.
Mother.
I wonder if she saw Ultima.
If it is consciousness that weaves your wills together, consciousness that blurs the boundary between your own will and that of others, then we shall set you apart once more. The ties that bind you shall be severed, and humanity return to its proper place. By primogenesis shall a new age of reason begin.
Relax, Your Majesty.
Sometime later, what? Benedicta is very dead.
Don't you want to play? It's been a long time.
If that is your...
Meek us all the others.
Such feeble creatures. Gifted the power of icons, yet slaves to fickle emotions which usher you to your doom. And so you bind your fragile wills with strands of consciousness.
It's Ultima.
The wretched handiwork of a wretched people.
The sons of fire were united at last, and for but a moment their flame burned bright. Soon Muthos shall become our perfect vessel.
And then shall the world be remade.
Not before the bonds are severed, of trust, of respect, of love. Only when every strand of consciousness is cut away, may Muthos return to our side. By primogenesis shall all be undone. Mankind shall be rid of his wretchedness, and Muthos of his will. But while he yet clings to it, he has the power to forge bonds anew. And so we bid you, find Muthos, and sever every one.
To destroy that which has no physical form. You ask the impossible.
There is nothing your black blade cannot cut, Odin. We shall unite with Muthos, and bring forth a new world. So long as our vessel remains unclaimed by humanity.
It shall be done, Master. My will is yours.
That's weird. That's weird.
How is your brother?
Asleep since I returned from the Dominion. Taya says he should be back on his feet soon enough. For a while, at least. She discovered something on his chest. A swelling, circled in stone.
The curse. For every mountain we climb, another rises up to greet us, doesn't it?
It's never ending. Even the sky seems to have grown tired of it all.
Power of light. Clive has claimed the portion of Icon Bahamut's essence.
Tayo will be happy if I disturb Joshua. While he rests, I might as well see what Otto has to say.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's puppy. That's cool. Oh, weird. Well, I want Bahamut. Let's try it out. I have a shit ton of abilities now. Nostril Gaia. Yeah, give me a moment to finish this up. Okay. Bunch of stuff that I'm not gonna read. It's probably like a bunch of thank yous and stuff like that. What else do I want to do quick? Go over here.
Did you see the pair that got hauled into tires?
Aye, it's a dangerous world out there.
What can I get from her? Nothing really new.
Is that all?
Some music, that's about it. You, though, I can make the sword that Bahamut has given me.
Not bad, if I do say so myself.
Oh, now Excalibur's not that good. Well, I can make Excalibur when I get the stuff for it. Just to have it.
And?
That's a neat looking sword. Any new appearance stuff? Nope.
Did you see that? Tell me you saw that.
What's new on the hunt board? A bunch of stuff in Delmeca. Another one in Rosaria. And Ruin Reawakening. Okay, so there's stuff. There's stuff to do here. Stuff I'll do next time. But I will speak to Otto next time. We're going to save. And I guess I'm going to play Solomon's Colton. I will see everyone next time. Or very soon.